Leadership is something that has fascinated me from a young age, and I've devoured books about the great leaders out there who inspired people to action, and those not so great and those nasty leaders who took people down the dark road towards disaster. And what has fascinated me is how leaders influence people, and to realize that it's all about emotion. We are emotional human beings, and when we attach those emotions to beliefs and actions, we tend to then get inspired to follow these leaders. So when you transpose leadership into organizations, you see two streams that are in operation there. So this one stream is managing, and the other stream is leading, right? So the managing stream is about outputs. It's about everything that can be measured and counted from the start of the process to the end of the process, and all the work study and the work processes that go in between. So that is fairly easy to do, I would say, if you're really strategic and planning well, and on the left brain, analytical side of the brain, it's something that one can do with competence. However, we are also working with people, right? And people need great leadership, and people need to be inspired into action. So that's where the leadership side comes in. So it is almost polar opposites to managing, because managing, as I said, can be used on the left side of the brain, can be used, where when you go to lead, you need to harmonize between the left and the right side of the brain. So leadership is about then inspiring people to action, as I said before. It's also about being a visionary, looking ahead, looking at what's going on outside, looking at the opportunities and threats, and what are those opportunities and threats. They can come from the politics of a country, it can come from the economics, it can come from social issues, it can come from technology, it can come from climate. So the leader has to have then the time carved out to really look outward too. And in addition to looking outward, then at the same time listening to your people, understanding them, having empathy, all of those soft skills are also important. So this is why leadership is such a complex and a difficult and a risky process. So for a leader to be a great leader, for a person to be a great leader, then one has to know yourself. I have to know myself to be a good leader. So that is where mindfulness becomes a robust and an elegant process to quiet our minds, to go on that inward inquiry to learn about myself, to go inward to investigate my mind into the deep recesses of my mind to realize who I am. So when I know myself better, when I also have the ability to manage my emotions and manage my temper, manage my mind, I can also then create an appreciative culture in the organization by balancing managing and leading. And you see, that requires then one to use your power in a way where you use your personal power rather than your positional power. So all this is about power of balance. So I really advocate mindfulness practice for great leaders, great leadership, as a way of showing up in the world in a positive way.